My name is Jitendra, and I am from Tech Radar. And today we have Mr. Anku Jain, who's the managing director of MediaTek India. And we will be talking about the smartphone industry and the IoT and stuff around, and most importantly, around 5G. So, welcome, Anku, on Tech Radar.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jitendra, for having me in your show, and it's always a pleasure. So, yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the kind of questions you have.
Definitely, definitely. So, Anku, before we start off anything else, just wanted to understand COVID has had a major impact on the smartphone industry per se. So, last 6 7 months have been we've seen unprecedented events happening here. So, what do you think, as in how has the from the lockdown till now, what kind of a growth or the improvement has happened? What do you think about that?
Okay, so maybe before that, let me just introduce myself for
Sure.
the audience. So, I'm Anku Jain. I'm the managing director of MediaTek India, and you would know that MediaTek is a fourth largest global fabless company, and we are making chips in different verticals. And as you mentioned, smartphones is one very important vertical we have, and later we can discuss more about other verticals as well. So
Definitely.
smartphones, you especially mentioned about smartphones and the impact of COVID on
Mhm.
that. So definitely, in the initial few months of lockdown, during the March, April timeframe, everything was really closed down, right?
Exactly.
So shopping malls and all the shopping complexes were closed. So at that time, there was a big impact on the sales of smartphones. I think everyone was very, very conscious about how do we get out of this lockdown. So that was the
Mhm.
highest priority. But ever since then, what happened was the lockdown also changed the behavior of the people. All of us.
Mhm.
We started working from home, and the children started having online education from home. So all of us have are doing that for such a long time now, and all
Exactly.
this actually created a new demand for tech gadgets like smartphones, laptops, right, and tablets and so on. I think so. We have seen a big spurt of demand in these product lines. So
Mhm.
it has been somewhat, we are somewhat kind of a rare industry which are actually doing well during this time, right? I think
Exactly.
many
Yes.
businesses are getting impacted, but of course now we see that many of them are coming back, coming back,
Mhm.
and they're doing well now. But for MediaTek, we have been actually doing quite well in the last few months during this COVID time, because as I mentioned, the new demand which has been created,
Mhm.
and also if you see at home, you have the kind of things you do. You would watch TV, you use set-top boxes,
Mhm.
routers, everything. So all these things are actually the devices being powered by MediaTek. From business point of view, I think MediaTek has been doing quite well recently, and our revenue has shown a lot of growth.
Mhm. Awesome. So, for a long time, Anku, I see that MediaTek chipsets were mostly considered good for entry-level phones and even maximum say 15 to 18,000 rupee phones on a higher end. But then over the last year and a half, I would say things have changed drastically. So what is it? What is the reason behind it? Because there is a lot of acceptance now. If you see in the market, earlier there were people who were like, okay, it's a MediaTek phone, it won't last long, and probably one of the reason was that there were the dev support wasn't there much.
Mhm.
That was kind of missing. So what has happened? What has changed in the last 1.5 or 2 years at max?
So actually, MediaTek has been very focused on R&D for very long time, right? And we have been able to evolve the technology with time,
Mhm.
and we have been doing quite well. So our main mantra has been to democratize computing and make it available for the masses, right? So
Mhm.
how do we create make available high technology at affordable prices? I think that's the mantra we have already
That's
had,
the key.
always had.
Mhm.
But in the last, I think you're absolutely right. In the last 2 to 3 years, we have actually evolved further, in a right good direction. So
Exactly.
what has happened is that there are two or three things which I can mention. One is about
Mhm.
the G series chipsets for the mobile phones, right? So
Exactly.
those have done incredibly well, and it has actually
Mhm.
caught the pulse of the market in the sense that people, especially the young generation, they wanted to
Mhm.
get more into gaming. So we have been able to catch that wave,
Mhm.
and been able to create very incredible chipsets from mainstream. to the flagship products in the G
Mhm.
series, right? So that is one big game changer for us. And the second one big change is that we came up with a 5G Dimensity series of chips last year,
Exactly.
right? So, and there we have been absolutely up at the top in terms
Mhm.
of feature set and the flagship features. So it's totally absolutely top end product from our side, and it is already powering high end phones,
Mhm.
5G enabled phones. So these two things, at least I wouldn't mention about the direction that we have taken, and this has changed the perception or the mindset of the
Of
audience
the
and of the
users, yeah.
people, right? And they really look forward to MediaTek chipset now. I mean, they actually demand that I want MediaTek chipset. It's a gaming phone, or something like that. So there's something is really great to see that.
Definitely. In fact, I remember I used to have a phone which was powered by a MediaTek processor, and I would say, okay, this is like what 2011 or something,
Hmm.
11, 12, some Lava Zolo phones or
Yeah.
whatever the names were. From that, I recently tried one of the phones which was powered by the G generation phone
Hmm.
chipset, and there was a drastic improvement.
Yeah. Right.
So
And
definitely,
even if you go slightly back in 2018, we had launched our Helio P series chips at that time.
exactly
So Helio P60 was the first chip which really changed the game.
the
I think
stepping
it was,
stone.
yeah, stepping stone, and that really changed the mindset of the people. We are able to grab more mind share, and people really got impressed with that. And then there has been absolutely going
No
upwards.
looking back.
Yeah, no looking back, right?
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you mentioned about Dimensity chipset. So what is the reason that it's taken such a long time coming out of China? If you go to social media, there's a lot of noise around it that people who are looking for Dimensity chipsets. So
Right.
why has it taken such a long time?
Yeah, so for Dimensity chipset, right, as I mentioned earlier, we launched it last year,
Mhm.
and we came up with it has a big range, from Dimensity 520, 720, all the way
Okay,
up to Dimensity 1000 plus. So we
1000.
have a big range of chipsets which can cater to all kinds of demographic, right,
Exactly.
from mid end to the absolutely high end. And we have got very good traction in China, as you
Hmm.
are absolutely right about that, and we are doing very well, very very well there. Now, for it to come back, to come to the other geographies, for example,
Hmm.
India, I think it depends on the OEM partners that we have, that how they perceive the
Exactly.
market when they feel the market is ready for accepting these products,
Hmm.
right? So that is what is taking time. And I think 5G rollout in India is still taking time. And I wished it happened sooner than later, because it's really a game changer in terms of the strategic advantage it can give to the
Exactly.
country, as a country,
Exactly.
not only the end users, but things like smart homes and IoT, and everything becomes smart, right, when the 5G
Hmm.
comes in. So it is a big strategic advantage to the country. So I really hope it comes soon. But having said that, I think for the Dimensity 5G chip series in India, uh, we are working with a lot of OEM partners already. So I think by end of this year, we are already in November right now. So by end of this year, we will have some phones powered by Dimensity 5G chipsets in India.
We already have one announcement by Realme. So
Right,
they've kind of publicly gone ahead and tweeted, Madhav has tweeted around it.
right.
So X7 series, I think, is what is
Yes.
coming here.
Hmm.
Do you think you can, tease a bit about what other phones we can expect
So
in
it'll be
this?
difficult for me to give out the names, because that is a kind of a secret which OEMs,
I
they like to keep with them, and they want to make a big bang when the time comes, right?
True.
So I don't want like to take the bang out of that. But we are definitely working with many partners, OEM partners,
Okay.
and you will see many 5G powered phones by MediaTek
So apart
soon.
from Realme, I'm sure you can answer this one for sure. Apart from Realme, we can expect a couple of other brands as well to
Mhm.
bring in Dimensity processors here.
So I cannot name, but if you see from the 4G point of view,
Uh-huh.
we have partnerships with Xiaomi
Mhm.
and Realme, Oppo,
Mhm.
right,
Mhm.
Vivo. I think all these companies are great companies that we have partnered with for the 4G solutions, and I think so these companies will look at the market, and they will launch the phone soon. Yeah,
Sure. That was again politically correct,
right.
diplomatically correct answer.
Yeah, because it'll be
I'm sure.
kind of incorrect for me to give out the names,
No,
because
I'm
that
not,
is,
not
yeah,
asking about the names, but yeah, I was
right.
actually just looking at that. Are we expecting other brands as well, like
Oh, yeah,
within
absolutely,
within this
absolutely.
within this year itself?
Within this year, it's difficult for me to comment, but of course, many more OEM partners
Sure,
will be coming very soon to India.
sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you mentioned about 5G, like, everyone has been waiting for 5G. What do you think, as in, when, what is the right time frame you think that, 5G would be available in India, at least for a start?
You mean from the network side or from the handset side?
From network side, handsets are
Okay.
already there. There are
Yeah,
a few
yeah, yeah.
handsets which
Right.
we have, but
Mhm.
then it's just it's kind of a engine that we can't we can't drive the car.
Right, right. I think operators are. That's. I think the many different ecosystem partners have to come together for
Mhm.
this. So the operators is one big jigsaw puzzle, and then of course the test equipment vendors, and then the companies like us who are the chipset
Mhm.
vendors, handset vendors. Everything has to come together and to make it work. Right now, I think where we are stuck is the government side, right? So
Mhm.
there's still not much clarity on the spectrum launch, right? And there's some discussion going on between the government and the telecom operators.
Telecom operators, exactly.
So once that gets resolved, that's really the first step, right? And I hope by end of next year we
Mhm.
will have something in place, right? Because the government and the operators, I think everyone understands that we have to do
Exactly.
it. It's just that the commercials are taking more time to reconcile.
Exactly.
But
And
yeah.
what I also feel that, since 4G was pretty late in India,
Mhm.
it came in like, last 3, 4 years is what we see 4G actually getting publicly available. And so that way is for them to recover the cost and, invest in
Right,
further is slightly difficult. That's a
right,
pretty
right, right.
understanding.
Yeah, so I think, but everyone does understand that
Mhm.
5G is not really just a high bandwidth, high low latency kind of thing
Mhm.
technology, but it is a game changer in terms of how do we enable our industry 4.0 and smart homes and everything.
Mhm.
So if this gets delayed too much, I think it will impact a lot of innovation in India. So,
Definitely.
as an example, if you look at startups,
Mhm.
when 4G was coming, we were thinking, okay, what will happen after 4G? What's the big deal? But it's after 4G that we had seen a lot of good, startups, what we use today, right? Uber
Mhm.
and Swiggy's and Paytm and all
Exactly.
that. That those cannot work on 3G, right? It can only work on
Definitely.
4G. So once 5G comes in, it will really unleash the innovations, which will happen, which we don't know right now. Now, if we delay that too much, then
Mhm.
India will really lose as a country because those innovations will not happen here.
Exactly.
So I think the stakeholders do realize that, and I just hope that the whatever issues are there right now, they get
Mhm.
solved soon, and we are up to speed soon on that.
Definitely. So coming back to Dimensity, I think the first phone that went out of China or was launched outside China was LG Velvet.
Hmm.
So how was how was the feedback, market feedback for that? I think it got launched in US sometime back.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. So it was launched in September in the US,
Hmm.
just very recently. So
Hmm.
it's a very stylish and nice phone,
Hmm.
and it has been accepted very, very well there. So
Hmm.
the market response is very favorable to us, and it is powered by our Dimensity 1000C chip. Okay,
Okay.
so as I mentioned, we have a range of chips. So this one is
Hmm.
1000C. So it is using the state-of-the-art A77 ARM core.
Hmm.
It's a octa-core chip, and
Hmm.
four of those cores are ARM A77, and also it is using the Mali G57 class graphics chip. So it is really
Okay.
high end and giving great features. And so far, we have got very good response.
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
actually, I was expecting that LG would bring the same phone here, but then they launched the Snapdragon variant. So, but then
Mhm.
hopefully, Realme is definitely announced it, so
Yeah.
we
Right.
will definitely
That's
see
right.
that. So, apart from I- apart from processing power or graphic performance and camera, as well as fast charging is the need. Most consumers is what they would ask normally.
Hmm.
So, and then as I said initially as well, that there was a lot of doubt that would MediaTek chipsets be able to offer that kind of features, when we compare it to say Qualcomm processor or others that are there. So how, what would you say that this, what would you like to say on that part, or how would you like to clarify that to the users that
Yeah, so if you're absolutely right, the users care about the camera quality,
Mhm,
about the fast charging, the battery life,
mhm,
and also AI, right? That is a very
mhm,
important aspect now. Things like face unlock and so there are a lot of AI inherent features in the phone. So
mhm.
all these are really top notch from MediaTek. All these features for example, in the 1000C chip, they're doing that they're really top end, right? All these
Mhm.
features. So you have great camera quality, great audio, and great battery life, right? Fast charging. So all these things are really doing very well. So I would like to assure the users, right, so that they are top quality, absolutely.
Awesome. That's great.
Yeah,
So that's actually reassuring for the users that
right.
even if they kind of want to go do do away with the Qualcomm chips and then want to experiment with the MediaTek phone, so they can definitely be rest assured that they would get similar
Yeah,
experience.
absolutely. I think so what we have seen is that's why when you started this conversation,
Mhm.
our the perception of people is really getting better, right? And the reason is the quality of the chips that we have, right?
Exactly.
So that is the main. Otherwise, it won't happen. So I think the kind of market share that we have, the kind of traction that we have, it talks a lot about the quality of our chips.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I understand there recently we MediaTek had an event around AIoT
Hmm.
and there's a TV also which there's a range of TVs which have been introduced which are powered by MediaTek
Right.
chipsets.
Hmm.
So what all is happening apart from these? How is MediaTek involved in AIoT front for?
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so let me, take a step back and tell you more about our portfolio. We in
Definitely.
MediaTek, now, of course, people are getting to know about the
Mhm.
whole portfolio that we have. But we
Exactly.
are, at least in India, more and more known for the smartphones. But
Definitely.
smartphone is just one third of the portfolio, right?
Oh, awesome.
So, if you look at the revenue, the overall revenue, global revenue,
Mhm.
smartphones is roughly one third, right? And
Okay.
there are so many other verticals that we have which are doing great and able to get great revenue for us. So two of them you mentioned already, smart TVs
Mhm.
and AIoT. But we
Mhm.
also have set-top boxes and DVD players, right? And the VADs, the voice assistant devices, smart speakers. So smart meters as well, right? So the IoT-enabled stuff. So there are so many things, so many different verticals, and so smartphone is just one third. And for smart TVs, we are having 70% market share worldwide, 70.
Awesome.
So that's like huge, right? 70% market share of the worldwide smart TVs is powered by MediaTek chips, right? And about AIoT, let me give you background. What
Mhm.
is AIoT? For people
Mhm.
who's the audience. So what we are seeing the trend, going forward, we are looking at smart homes getting adopted more and more. So what is the meaning of a smart home? Any device we use at
Mhm.
home, can it be make it smart? So let's say a refrigerator, right? How do you make it smart? You can maybe put a camera which can figure out what's going on inside the fridge, right?
Mhm.
You can have a voice interface, right? It can so any amount of AI or IoT components can be fitted into any device. Could
Exactly.
be refrigerator, could be a washing machine, could be a fitness treadmill, right?
Mhm.
So AIoT is all about enabling these kind of devices to become smart. I think that's the background.
Mhm.
And what we have done as MediaTek, what we have done is we have actually created this AIoT platform, right? Which enables these companies, who are making all these, devices and products, to collaborate with MediaTek and then enable their product. They are the experts on those products. And but how do they make them smart? That's where
Mhm.
MediaTek comes in. And so AIoT platform is doing great. We have three different segments in AIoT. One is about AI enablement. So anything which can be voice enabled, that's one part. The
Okay.
second is about the camera, the vision,
Mhm.
right? So like security cameras, they need vision. That is
Yes.
the second
Mhm.
part. And then third is about the video. So display, anything which can have a display like a thermostat, if it needs a display, then
Mhm.
that's where AIoT thing can come in. So we have all these different pieces to the puzzle, which can help the device maker to make the device smart. And we are having a lot of good traction. In fact, in India as well, we have recently collaborated with a company called VVDN Technologies. So that is, a great company, and they are trying. They're making many different smart products for smart
Mhm.
homes and others like smart speakers and security cameras and stuff. So we have tied up with them, and so so these such partners are going to then finally make a smart home possible and
Mhm.
make it more mainstream, right?
Awesome. So definitely this is something new for users like स्मार्टफोन के अलावा भी जहां में और बहुत कुछ
Ah,
है जो मीडियाटेक
right.
बनाता है.
Correct. Hanji.
So I even I did not know that there's a 70% market share that MediaTek has in
Right.
that segment.
Now, some examples, maybe I can, and maybe you're aware, things like Amazon Echo Dot is
Exactly.
using MediaTek chip.
MediaTek chipset. Yeah.
Some Amazon Kindles are using MediaTek chip,
Mhm.
right? Even the Amazon Fire TV
Mhm.
is
Fire
using
Stick
Amazon
as well. Yeah.
Fire Stick as well is using MediaTek. So set-top boxes, so many set-top boxes in India are
Mhm.
using MediaTek chip. So yeah, so it's a lot of there's a big world out there apart from smartphones.
Exactly. Yes. So so now, as we discussed, how to use after the COVID impact, like going back to from January till now, or say March till now, how do you see the recovery specifically to MediaTek and overall the tech industry? How do you see the evolution now? As yes, you mentioned that there's a lot of growth happening, but what next now? As in, the next couple of months that we have, what kind of attraction do you see happening in the market?
I think the demand for these tech gadgets has increased a lot, as I mentioned
Mhm.
earlier. So that will continue. People more and more people like to study online, and they're getting used to it, right? Even if you have let's say after COVID, even if we are able to meet face to face, we won't mind talking like this the way we are doing right now. And I think before earlier we wouldn't be doing this, right? We would probably meet face to face. But now I think both are possible, right? So people
Exactly.
are getting is kind of a behavior change, so we have gotten used to this kind of working, right?
Working,
So
exactly.
this is creating a very big demand, for
Mhm.
tablets and phones and laptops and so on. So it's a big demand for these. That will continue. I think I feel the next whole of next year we may continue to see this kind of growth. From MediaTek point of view, we are a research company, and
Mhm.
we would continue to do R&D on the next generation of devices. More innovations will happen, and especially we are very excited about 5G itself. So 5G will
Exactly.
get deployed in more and more geographies.
Mhm.
So we are very excited about that because we have a very nice portfolio of 5G chips that we have.
Mhm.
So we are looking forward to that.
Definitely awesome.
Yeah.
So you mentioned a couple of times about tablets.
Hmm?
Laptops are getting, there's a lot of demand for laptops and smartphones because obviously, yes, students are taking their classes online, and obviously, laptops for the same reason. But then I'm sorry, tablets lost the way in between.
Yeah.
Do you I see a lot of requirement right now, but then we don't have many either they are extremely cheap laptops or then we have iPads.
Mhm.
So is this do you see that something would come change in incoming times on that
Yeah, I think
aspect?
so because you're right absolutely that we have seen the demand going down in the last few
Mhm.
years for tablets, but
Mhm.
this year has been a different year, and we have
Mhm.
seen that going back up. So I'm sure it's an opportunity for not only MediaTek but also the companies who are making the tablets.
Exactly,
So
everyone.
those will do their market survey, and then
Mhm.
they will come out with the relevant solutions for the audience.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
So, and then the last one for this here is like uh, almost 2020 is almost over. They everyone wanted this year to get over as soon as possible,
Right.
and now that we are at almost at 2021, what do you see? What is your goal for India and global perspective from MediaTek's purpose point of view?
Okay, so I think I already mentioned about 5G. That's
Mhm.
a
Exactly.
big thing for us. And
Mhm.
secondly, we feel that there will be more and more adoption for smart homes. It will become more mainstream.
Mhm.
So that's where we are looking at more opportunities for us in India and elsewhere. So smart homes, 5G, I think these are the big ticket items.
Mhm.
And then from specifically India point of view, we look at the Make in India initiative by the government. I think that
Mhm.
also is giving a good opportunity for the Indian ecosystem players. and MediaTek also is playing a role in there. And Atmanirbhar Bharat, and I think all these things are helping us to create a narrative here, right, and
Okay.
do a big our part
Mhm.
in the India story. So, and finally, I think I would say that technology democratization has always been our mantra, right? And
Mhm.
that will continue even next year. So we
Awesome.
like to make the good devices, high technology devices available to the
Mhm.
masses as much as possible, right?
Mhm.
And so that adoption is more. And we can kind of digital revolution can happen for everyone.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Ankur, for giving your time and your insights about this industry. And we're looking forward to the Dimensity chipsets in India, and looking forward to use more products powered from MediaTek.
Sure. Thank you so much. It was a really pleasure talking to you.
Same.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.